Morning guys, thank you so much for tuning in to AirgunWeb. I'm Ben with AirgunWebTV, shooting gear reviews, and of course Airgun Pro Shop. Today we're talking about the very cool Hawke spotting scope and a little bit of icing on the cake for it. Stay tuned guys. This isn't about an airgun, but sometimes the supporting gear that goes along with the whole airgunning and outdoors experience really makes a big difference in your overall enjoyment of the process. So I think this is definitely worthwhile to check out. Stay tuned and let's do it. All right, so the Hawke Spotter that I've got right here, thank you so much to Hawke for sending this out because it has proven to be invaluable, or I don't know, is that the right expression? Super valuable, very useful, incredibly awesome. I don't know, any one of those terms is what I would apply to this right here. So, but as I mentioned there in the beginning, kind of the icing on the cake is this right here. We've got the Phone Skope. Super easy like this makes this thing even more useful. So what we've got here, in my opinion, is sort of a combo of gear that just really makes your outdoors, your air gunning, your target practice, your spotting, all of that just so much better. So I'm going to go over just a couple of reasons why I like this particular setup, and I'm going to just share with you guys some of the results that I've been getting and some of the ways that I've been able to use this thing so far. The first way that I used this thing and has really proven so far to be epically useful, and that is just filming targets during my reviews. Normally what I'd have to do is take a camera, run it all the way down to the 50, maybe even 100 yard or 150 yard target, set it there on a tripod, hit record, hope the battery lasts, and hope that something doesn't happen where it accidentally gets shot or something, and run all the way back over to the shooting bench, conduct my shooting, and then sometimes I'd get finished and come out to the camera and find the battery died or it ran out of space on the memory card. Any number of these sort of things. So, and I've come pretty darn close actually to shooting cameras on a couple times. So the point is that being able to use something like this, film from the bench, I don't have to have a camera down range anymore. That is super, super cool. Takes a lot of stress off of me, but also it really makes the process just really so much better because now I'm able to see my results just right here. I just glance up at the screen here on the phone and I know what my group is looking like. Maybe I'm not shooting a shoot and see or reactive type target down there. I'm going to need to be able to get some feedback right here sometimes, gosh, especially if I'm shooting out at 100 yards plus to really see where that group is turning out, or maybe if I'm trying to get a rifle sighted in. Gosh, there's lots of reasons why this kind of thing is super useful. Just keeps you from having to run down range back and forth a whole bunch. So you don't necessarily have to have the phone scope on here, but it makes it just that easy because you just glance at the screen and you see what you've got. But of course, in addition to that, you're able to take photos or videos of your results, which is really awesome. Even if you're not making videos like me, it sure helps to be able to get that feedback of kind of what you are doing, so that if you need to maybe get a little bit more practice, you're going to see how those groups are turning out and know where you need to practice. So that's how it's been working out for me as far as filming targets. Now out here we've got a ton of wildlife opportunities, and I have been able to take this out into the field to do a little bit of scouting and spotting for some pronghorn antelopes out here, and I actually got some pretty epic shots of this one really awesome buck. Of course, the Hawke glass is super clear, and the phone scope just makes the whole process just all that more epic and enjoyable because you can capture those super cool moments and be able to share them with your friends and of course viewers like you guys here today. One thing that I will throw out there that I've discovered during this process, and maybe you might have already learned this of course yourself, is that having a solid set of sticks or a good tripod underneath it definitely makes a big difference, because any sort of vibration or wobbling here translates into a big vibration, you know, once your telephoto lens is looking way out there. So you want to have a nice solid set of sticks. The other thing you want to have, like I've got on this one, is I've got a ball head that's quick to loosen, make an adjustment, and then get tightened back into place. That's also super helpful. So something else might work better for you. I'm just throwing these things out there in case you guys are thinking of getting something like this. You'll be frustrated if you don't have a nice solid set of sticks that also makes quick adjustments for when you need to make a movement. Obviously things don't always stay still. So now let's dive in a little bit further here, just into the scope here, and kind of see what you get. Obviously right now it's under this nice protective case, has flip up covers for the back and the front there, keep those lenses clean and protected. I really like that, of course. Super cool. We've got the Velcro here to access our focusing knobs on top, but suppose that you didn't need the case on there or didn't want the case on there, it does remove very easily. So now obviously we've got the cover removed, which I'm gonna really just leave it in that cover. I love the extra protection that adds. I love just the built-in dust lens cover protectors right there. Super cool. I don't see any reason really to not utilize that awesome cover, but this is what the scope looks like without the cover on, and you've got a sort of a lens shade there to keep the lens flares down. That's pretty cool, built in, slides in and out. You've got a knob over here on the other side that you loosen that and you're able to sort of change the angle right there like that of the scope. So pretty basic operation. Focus is up here. This one's for fine adjustments. This one right here is for faster adjustments. You've got adjustment right here in your eyepiece, which included with this is a eyepiece that will go from 25 power all the way up to 75 power, which is pretty awesome. I find that it's a little bit harder maybe to get super tack sharp focus at 75 power because your plane of focus becomes a lot thinner. But if you have a stable set of sticks, you are able to get that dialed in and very clear through the full zoom range. And that's really what I found to be true with, gosh, any kind of Hawke glass, is that it's just, for the money, you kind of can't go wrong with it. It's super affordable as far as what you're getting here, and very clear, very bright. I mean, you guys are looking at the footage through the thing. It's awesome stuff, especially, like I say, for the money, what you're getting here with this Hawke piece. So there you have it. I think that was enough for now anyways, sort of a look at this Hawke Endurance spotting scope and the Phone Skope rig that I've been using along with it, working very well for filming targets, and it's been a heck of a lot of fun just getting out and being able to just do some scouting, some scoping, spotting, and just using a piece of equipment like this that just works. So definitely I will be talking about this again, and you will see the footage from it in just about every review I do, because I'm going to exclusively use this to film my targets. So much better than having to run down and put a camera down range. But that is it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Ben, the Outdoors Airgunner, and I'm outdoors having a whole lot of fun with my air guns and my digiscoping gear. I hope that you guys are too, and I'll see you in the next video.